Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Tom here, T&BH Gaming. Today guys, we are in Railroader. Day 2. Let's take a look at our finances. I've been trying to record this video. This is a third attempt. Because I kept leaving that screen up. It's my starting screen, and I started talking, and I never changed it, and everything that I was doing you guys couldn't see because that screen was up. So now on my third attempt, we are up on the actual play screen. So I've already moved a lot of stuff around. Let's talk about it. So we had 30 something cars, I think, delivered to our interchange. We had the purple flowers out of nowhere. So we had the East Whittier diesel stand car. It's going to make us a diesel stand right here. We had to pay for that. Let's go to our finances so we can see. So as you can see, on day 1, we had delivered 2 sets of passengers to Whittier Depot for a total of $48, 2 to Ella for a total of $50. I took out a loan for $20,000 and bought the Pacifica. Whoa, sorry about that, guys. This monster right here. Get a good look at it. Sorry about that. This is the Pacifica. And we can go inside. I am inside the Pacifica now. That's where my first person view guy is. And we'll back out of here so we can see what it looks like. Get a little back out view here. So there's the Pacifica, guys. 2 seats there. Open the firebox. You can't put any coal or anything in it right now, I don't believe, but don't believe that function exists right now. Maybe later, maybe not, but there's your coal. You get your coal and you throw it in your firebox. So we will close the firebox. There we go. That's opening that window in the front. I mean, keep trying to move with the mouse. You can't move with the mouse in first person. You have to use. So we're going to open that window. That window was open already, and you can lean out with E. You can lean both ways. I was in the seat. That was cool. That window is open, so we'll leave it open. Is this window open? It is, so we'll leave it open. And the roof hatch is open, so we'll leave it open. We'll leave all the windows open, get some air in here, guys. It's hot in here in this engine. So this is your let's get back in the seat here. There we go. So, and then we're going to go to the overhead view. This is the view I like to use most, guys. I can simulate a lot of things here. If I hit that, I can simulate hanging on the side of the engine like this. If I go back this way, then I can go that way, and I'm still hanging on the side of the engine. I'm going to field of view out a little bit, and it looks like I'm hanging right there on the step, which is what I like to do because I have to jump off and throw switches and stuff like that. So, and then when I jump off, I just go boom, then I'm off, and I can run around wherever I need to be. So we have delivered a couple cars. I'll show you what I've done. Being how we weren't really recording. So let's go to, okay, first I want to show you how you can move around on this. You can do it in first person and in the overhead view. If you do it in first person, it will actually move your guy. If you do it in the overhead view, the guy will stay in the cab and you'll just move the camera. So let's go to the map, and I need to be here at Whittier. So I'm going to hover over the track, somewhere on the track here at Whittier. I'm going to hit Control T, and it's going to jump to right there in front of the station where I was at. So this is Whittier Station. It's 45 passengers waiting and 18. I don't know why it won't do that. Usually there's a box here. You can click a box and it'll put, and that puts all these parts that you need to take care of into your switch list, which as you put them where they need to go, will cross them out, and then you hit cleanup and it'll delete them. But I don't know why that box is not appearing. It's usually a box right here that appears. So join a train crew and add cars. Oh, so I have to be on a train crew. Maybe that's it. So let's go to here. Let's go to crews. And I am not on a train, so I need to create a train crew. Let's say the WNTR. Whoop. WN and TR. Freight. Oop, I spelled freight wrong. Freight Express. And we will create that crew. There we go. Crew has been created. Now let's see. There's the switch list. Okay, so you got to be part of a crew. So I can put all of these because they're all still in East Whittier. Nothing's moved anywhere to Ella. I don't usually do the Colony Creek guys because right now there's only 3. So when I get all 8 of them, I'll just move them. But so this is just stuff going to Ella Bridge site. We have cars going to Ella Farm Supply, and stuff going to East Whittier. So I've already done the stuff going to East Whittier. So if I click this, now I click out of this and I bring up our switch list, you'll see. So we got the one going to, and then we got one going to Whittier Sawmill. I don't know, have I put that one in Whittier Saw? I think I put that, no, I didn't put the one in Whittier Sawmill yet. Okay. So we got cars going to Ella Farm. There should be 2 of them. I don't know why it's only showing 1. Should be 2. But we already did this one going to Stenzel, and that one going to Holyfield Oil. So we already put them in there, guys. So okay, now the other way you can move around is I can go to locations and say I want to go to somewhere over by the East Whittier Engine Service, because that's where our exchange, or I can go to the exchange track and go boom, and it takes me right to the exchange track where we was at. So here we are at the exchange track. So that's the ways you can move around other than just walking around. This is the one that goes to Whittier Sawmill, but I know I saw 2 cars that went to, yeah, both of these cars need to go to Ella Farm Supply. And the switch list only shows 1 going to Ella Farm Supply. So we need to figure out which one of these is not on the list. On the switch list. That one is on the switch list. So this one must not be on the, it's not on the switch list. Now it is. So there we go. So now we take a look at our switch list, and there is 2 cars for Ella Supply now. So, and like I said, as you deliver them, and I'll show you that here in a little bit, it'll run a line, your switch list will run a line to them. This is like your clipboard that your engineer would carry around, or your conductor actually would carry around, and so they know what cars go where. But in short line railroads, as they say on the Railroader Academy. You do a bunch of jobs at once. So you're a hostler, you're an engineer, you're a conductor, you're everything. So where was we? What we were doing was I was moving this one, which I'm already controlling him, so I don't need to do that. And I don't need that up. So, oh yeah, I do need that up. So if I click here, it'll bring up the inspector box, guys. I need to go to orders because I had him running manual, and I need to set him to, or I had him running AI, and I need to set him to manual. And I'll show you that here in a minute. I did that a little while ago, but of course you couldn't see because that other window was up. So we're going to run him forward a little bit. We've got to get him past this switch up here. Nice 5 mile an hour ought to do it. Get him up here past this switch, and then we got to back him up because we're going to put this car into the Whittier sawmill, and it needs to be, I'll start slowing down a little bit. Get him good and past. I'm good at not getting him far enough past this switch. And then we'll put our reverse in reverse, and we'll do that. And again, we'll get him up to a nice 4 or 5 mile an hour there. 4 mile an hour ought to be good. Pick him up a little bit more. Leave that on 1. That should hold him at about 4. Well, it's going up actually. 4.7 must be going a little bit downhill. And then we're going to run along the track here. This is me simulating running because my guy, once again, if I go to first person, it's actually in the engine. So you hit 1 to show your first person, and 2 will bring you back to the overhead map. That's first person hitting 1, and 2 brings you back to the overhead map. I think I went over all this in the tutorial. So, which that's why this don't add up as episodes, because the tutorials were episodes 1 and 2. I think 3. I think we did 3 episodes to cover up the tutorial. So I want to come back a little more. Here I'm going to brake a little bit, slow him down, get him under 5. I want to be under 5 to bump these cars, and I like to be around 2, 2.5. So there's the bump, and we'll put on the independent. And like I said in the other video, guys, this is your choice, okay? 1, if you wanted to, you could control your guy and bring your guy out here to do all this. And I'll actually show you how to do that. So here you WASD is your controls, guys, to move your guy around, and of course the left mouse button or the right mouse button will turn your camera so you see which way you guys walking. I think, if I'm not mistaken, let's go here, controls, movement, first person camera, overhead camera, WASD is your movement, lean right. I was wondering if there was like controls for like that you could turn yourself without using the mouse. But anyway, so we're going to go here, we're going to run along the train here, and then we're going to turn and get up here, and we're going to, now there's 2 ways to do this. You can click this, guys, and then turn your angle cocks, or click it and undo that again, or you can shift click it and it will turn the angle cocks for you. So that's your choice, like I said. So you can operate your guy like this if you want. We're going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and jump on the train. I'm actually going to jump on right here. So I'm going to jump on right here at this step. Let's go out to camera and see what that looks like. Nope. So we need to go up another step or two. That looks about right. Looks funky, but about right. Okay, so we're going to go our view here. We're going to do this. Now we're going to control our train. So we want to come backwards. And so you can do it this way, guys, using your guy in first person view. A lot of people do that. They like it. To each his own. I'm just doing this because, see how that switch, guys, that thing flipped, even though it wasn't set, because we're going into it in reverse. It will do that. But if the AIs come across the switch like that, they will not do that. It will stop. And we'll let this slow down just a little bit. Let's give it a little break. Yeah, if AI is doing that, it will not slow down. It will stop. And what I'm trying to say, it will not go through the switch. It'll stop and sit there and wait until you set that switch. So if you're running AI, guys, make sure that all your switches are set in the proper positions, and you have fusees down to stop the train where it needs to stop. Otherwise, it will just keep on going until it runs into an end of track. So we're slowing down here because this is the track we need to be on right here, because that area over there is where this car needs to go. So I need to let off that little bit, slowing down a little bit too much, because we need to get past these two switches up here. So I'm going to turn around looking this way so I know when we're past the switches. See, I can look at the front of the train there. Got my binoculars on so I can see when we're past the switch here. This is the switch we need to be past. No, actually it's that one there. Yep, so we can go. We're actually turning off into the, I think I can stop us right there. We're actually turning off into the, did we turn off into it? No, we went straight. Okay. Alright, so we're going to flip this switch right here. Well, we want to do it. I'm playing first person, so let's play first person. We need to get off the train. We need to run up here, and if you hit W and shift, it'll run faster. And we need to flip this switch. Now we can get back on the train, or we can say that we're playing hostler or conductor, and if the engineer is still in the train, there's a two-man crew. We have him run forward, tell him, all right, 30, you can move forward. But actually this is a good place to show you guys. Well, I'll show you on the way out. Alright, he's going to move forward. We're going to run alongside him here. Actually, we want to get in front of him. We need to slow him down a little bit, because we need this switch right here when he comes by. Did I slow him down too much? I did. I was trying to see my second person view overhead camera. I wanted to show my guy standing here, so there he is. So we'll go first person view again. You need to back up just a little more. Number 30. Pull forward another 20 feet. And stop. And we're going to throw the switch. Now this is where AI comes in, guys. And I have to make sure that that switch is thrown too. So we're going to go over here and look at it. That switch is lined for that track. That car can go on any track. So let's go overhead view. So see, we have our identifiers up here. These cars, if you hit tab, it'll go away. But if you hit tab again, it'll come back and it'll identify the car number. This is MEC 46462. MEC is usually the reporting marker for the car. Like my engine is WHTR 30. WHTR is West Hickory and Tennessee Railroad. MEC, I have no idea, is probably the name of the company or the railroad that owns this car. And these cars are not our cars. They are owned by outside railroads. And the outside railroad, another railroad, brings us a number one A1 railroad. We are not AA1. We are, oh, my water tank's open. Close them. But a outside railroad, I forget the name of it now, but it brings us cars from outside companies that go to the companies here. This is an empty car, and it's going to the sawmill and will be filled up with lumber and probably lumber or building supplies, stuff like that. So, but what I wanted to show you was, you've seen how we did that. Now we're going to do an AI. So in order to do AI, I'm going to click here. You can either go up here, go to equipment, click on the Pacifica, click select. If you select, it brings up the controls, but they're already up. If you click follow, it takes you to the engine, right? Or to get that inspector window, you can either click on the engine and it'll bring it up, or you can hover over your WHTR right here, open in car inspector. So boom, it's opened the in-car inspector. And the reason you need this is because right now it's on manual. This is road. So this is road. It'll tell it to go forward or backward at a certain mile an hour. And it'll go until it either hits a fusee, a switch that's against it, or another train. It'll stop. It won't hit it. It'll stop before it gets to it. But it'll run until it sees something that's in its way, and then it will stop. So make sure you have fusees set, all your switches lined, because this will run until it'll run forever, until it runs into something that, or not runs into it, but until it comes across something that makes it stop. So that's road part of it. Then there's yard part of it. So you go yard, and we're going to go reverse. So we're going for yard reverse, right? And then you can run it a half a car, one car, and it will move. Let's do this. Let's move one car. We'll give it a command. It's going to blow its whistle. It didn't ring the bell. So I don't know why. Sometimes you ring the bell, sometimes you don't ring the bell. I don't understand that. But anyway, it's moving one car. It's just going to move one car, and then it's going to stop. And he's going to stop here in a minute. And there he goes. He stopped. Okay, so another way you can do this is go road reverse, and I'm going to set it to 10 mile an hour, and you see order status road reverse 10 mile an hour. Now he's going to back up. He will back up. We get off the tracks before he runs me over. He will back up until he sees this end of track. And there it is. He just noticed that. You see the status bar, it says end of track. So he's noticed the end of track from about 20 cars away. Sorry guys, I had to cough. and he'll stop before he hits that in the track. Hopefully, he's running pretty hot though. 8 mile an hour. No, he's going to hit the bumper. He's going to slam that bumper. Nope. He got close though. And they just gave me the money for delivering the car, $53. See, we get paid for delivering the cars. They're not our cars, so they pay us for delivering them. But yeah, he got pretty close, but he didn't hit it, so we're good there. All right, so let's go here. We need to unhook a couple of our cars. All right, so you can angle cock closed, angle cock closed, unhook, detach. All right, or you can do this. A lot of people do this. They just close the angle clocks. Oh, it won't do it. So you can't hook that back up. Once you detach the coupler, you can't hook the glad hands back up till you hook back the coupler back up. So, oh, I'm trying to use the mouse. See, I'm so used to using the mouse to do this because I don't really play in first person, guys. So we're gonna get to. I'm gonna get on the train here. And I need to be on the other side because that's where a lot of you can walk around the train, but sometimes trains are too long, so we're going to jump over the coupler. That's what you're supposed to do. And we're going to get on it right here on this here, and we need to go up, up, up. I think it was 3. Let's go look. Whoa. See, so your overhead camera does not follow your guy. Okay, we can go down 1, nope, up 2, nope, up 3. Okay, that's better. All right, so now I'm going to look backwards because we're going to tell the engineer clear to pull forward so he can take the brake off. Oh, nope, he's in manual, or he's in AI, so let's do that. Let's go back to that. So we'll go back to that. We'll leave it in AI. We'll go to yard. We're going to go forward 20 cars. So he will pull up 20 cars and then about 20 cars and then stop. Hopefully that'll first pass that switch. And you can see he's let off the regulator. He hasn't started braking yet. Now he's braking. There's our switch, which means we get to jump off and we get to throw the switch. Now we're going to get back up on our car here. As soon as he stops. Take a look at our camera did not follow us. Does not follow your guy. The overhead camera is independent from your first person view. I wanted to see if the guy was up enough steps. See if we can take one more step. Alright, that's good enough. So, alright, so now we're going to tell him, okay, come back. So if you go road reverse at 15 mile an hour, and there's not a fuse set, so I need to set one. So let's take our overhead camera. Okay, I was wondering what he was doing. So if we go back here and we set a fuse right about there, and you can it's Control F, but I have changed mine to Alt Control, guys, because I hate trying to get my finger to go from Control, because I'm using one hand, all the way up there to F. So I changed it to Alt Control, and you can go into settings and change to whatever you want to change it to. We'll look at that here in just a second, as soon as this guy stops. So Still have logs over there waiting to be unloaded into the pond. So the number one is stuck where he's at. While he's waiting to stop the fusee, I think we need to go check on our passenger train. I forgot about it. So it is loaded by now, yes, with 60 passengers, and we've got 22 more still waiting. So what I wanted to show you guys was, okay, so we're going to control left click the mouse button to bring up the window for this. And you see I still have the controls for the for number 30, but I brought up the inspector window for number 2. So I have, you know, control of 2 trains here if I want it. Go to orders, I'm going to go reverse at 35 miles an hour. Now this will take off going back to Whittier. Now I want to click on the passenger train, control right click on the passenger train, or bring up the passenger window, or bring up the inspector for that car. It's leaving the station, so it's left the station. I want to click on passengers and click Ella. And now, instead of waiting to start loading passengers for me to come click on it and load the passengers, it will, which you would have seen in the other video had I not had the wrong screen up. But if you don't do that, if you just click like it just had Whittier clicked, when it got there it would unload at Whittier and then just sit there empty. So you have to click and let it know it wants to load passengers too. So if you do that when it leaves the station, then when it gets there it'll unload and load, and you don't have to wait for it. So now that's gone. Now I can click on the number 30 again and click follow, and it will take me back to the number 30. And there we have it. And so that's kind of a quick overview of how you can control this, how you can control your I need to click that back up here. I want to put on manual so it don't take off when I remove this fusee. I'm going to remove the fusee, and I'm going to walk up here and I'm going to get in the train, guys, because that's where I like to be. In the engineer's seat. And now you're sitting. And then I'm going back to my overhead view camera because I like that camera better. I can simulate, whoa. I can simulate riding right there. That's just like standing on that step right there. So I can simulate that from the front, and if I go to the other view, which is the back, I can simulate that for the back. And I can be on this side. And simulate that from the back. Why come it won't? That's the front. Okay. That's the back. So I can look back. So I can turn around and look the other way. That's the overhead view of the camera. And then you can WASD, get confused, get circle, get sick, or whatever you need to do. We need to switch this back to normal. And guys, we need to go pick up these other cars. So first, what I want to do though is I'm going to back up. This video is going to be, I was trying to make this 30 minutes, but we're a little longer than 30 minutes now. So, but I'm going to back up because I want this train facing the other way, the way it's supposed to be facing. So we're going to back up. That's already set, which doesn't matter because it was a reverse. We're going into it in reverse. I'm going to use this. There's a little Y right here. Get overhead view here. So there's a little Y right here. Well, that goes up to Conley Creek where the lumber logging camp is. So there's a little Y right here. I'm going to use this Y to turn that engine around. That's going to be a reverse, so it doesn't matter. So let's go back to our engine. And simulate being right on the engine. So we're backing up here. We get to that. I left that one the way it was because most trains have to go off into there anyway. Even if they're straight through trains, they need to go off into that to get coal and water. We don't have. I need to click that. Come on, get back on the train. I need to click that to go back through, straight through. And I heard that whistle. That was the passenger train in Whittier. So as soon as we get this guy up here and stopped, I will go check on that train. That's why I like to use AI a lot, guys. If I was using AI right now for this train, I could just jump over there. But we're not, so we're going to let off the gas here, let off the throttle. Let it start slowing down. It's going to start slowing down because it's uphill. Because the Conley logging camp is up in the mountains there in the valley. You go through the valley up there in the mountains. And I may have done that just perfect, guys. And I'm going to flip that switch. I'm going to go ahead and apply the independent. And before I move forward, because I definitely want to get that passenger train going, we're going to go check on the mogul. And it's still loading. And how many passengers do we have? 57. Waiting to go to Ella. So it's still unloading. Okay. It ain't even loaded yet. Okay, so let's go back to this one. And we can go forward. It's done unloading. I received $60 for 60 fares. So just back and forth between neighboring stations like that, you only get $1 a person. Unless you have, let's see if I can do it real quick. Unless you have this Pullman 1883 place observation car. If you put that on the back of your train, it has to be the last car on the train. It will, behind the rest of the passenger cars, it will give you more. You'll get more money. I can't remember what the percentage is, but that switch just flipped by itself. So we can go ahead and come to a stop here. And I'm going to flip that switch back the other way. Didn't quite stop all the way. And now we will go back. And now I'm headed in the right direction. Now we're headed in the right direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him orders to road reverse at 15 miles an hour. And he's going to take off. And I'm going to go to the mogul and see what we got going on here. So 57 passengers and none there. So we can go click on this one and go orders forward at 37 miles an hour. And it's going to take off. And I'm going to move this fusee up a little bit because it was just a little bit too far back. And see how that does. So yeah, at the end of the day today, it's only 8:23 in the morning in game. So at the end of the day, I will think I'm going to take this passenger car, depending on how much money we made, and sell it and get the other Pullman 84. Oh, let me go see. Shift T. And get this other, the Osgood Brady 84 passengers. And then This one is the observation car. It generates a 20% bonus to passenger fares when operated as the last car in a train. So if you put that as the last car in the train, because it has a special thing on the back of it, you know, if you see in the movies, like they have presidential, when the president's on a train or something like that, he'll be on that last car, and it'll have that kind of gated or fencing, wrought iron fencing gated thing there, and then it'll have like a seal at the end of it, you know, and that's what that car looks like. So, and it's $7,000, and we have $8,000 right now. But this is only $5,000, and we have $8,000 right now. So, you know what? I'm going to buy this right now. So it's at the my balance is now $2,900, and let's see my finances. I owe $2,000 in 3 days, so we'll have that in 3 days. We're good. So I'm gonna go get that car, and we'll put it in the loop right now, and then at the end of the day, we'll sell the other one, and maybe buy that observation car. That would be nice. Give us a little bit more money. That would be great. So let's go check on this guy. See where he's going. He needs to go pick up these cars. So let's set this switch to there. Oh, there's the observation car. So, or the other, we need to take that. And so I'm going to show you how to do this, guys. So we need to bring him back up. He's rolling backwards. I'm going to go to orders, and I'm going to go to yard reverse, and I'm going to hit 10. Now he's 10, and I'm going to keep hitting 10 right there till he notices that car. As soon as he notices that car, I quit clicking it. And that means he's about 10 cars away, and that he'll maybe stop at a decent speed and won't ram into this car. If you keep clicking it, he'll ram into it as fast, like at 8 or 9 miles an hour. He still might ram into it because he's doing 6. He's slowing down, but that's way too. 3. I guess it wasn't too bad. So, all right. So we connected to all them cars, which I didn't want to do, but it's all right. We're going to tie that in. I guess we'll tie this in, and we'll pull this car up to Whittier and drop it, and then we'll take these on to Ella Bridge and Ella. Well, we got the last 2 cars that go to Ella, so right. I think that was right. We'll go look at them. Yeah, the last 2 go to Ella Farm, so we're going to drop him off at Ella Farm. But right now, we're going to take this on up to Whittier Depot. I want to go to manual. Get off there. I want to go to manual. Don't want you controlling my train anymore. Alright, we pulled the slack. Now we can give it the beans. And as you can see, guys, this is 18 cars long, 1,261 tons. 18 cars. That 18 cars includes the engine and the tender, so it's really only 16 cars. But you do 18 because the weight is the weight. All of it, even the engine and tender together, weighs 1,261 tons. I have pulled trains in the live stream, 41 trains long, 1,800 tons. So up what I call Hemingway Hill, and you guys will see that later on when we get expanded a little bit more. But it's a good size, 1.2 or 1.8, I think at some points, 1.8, 1.9 degree incline or grade. So like a 1.9% grade going up Hemingway Hill. So, but there is grades on this map that are deeper than that. Let's put him in. I'm gonna put him in road forward. All right, he's doing good at 15 miles an hour right there. I'm gonna put him a stopping point up here. So I'm going to Boy, I run fast, don't I? Well, was that switch set right? That one switch is set right. So I'm going to do this, right? And then I'm going to do something like I think I want to set that one train off here, or the passenger car off right here. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put a switchy right here. The reason I do that, guys, because I want to show you. Okay, so this is, we can't see this part of the track yet, I don't think. It's Governor's Island. This is going to Bryson. So when we complete, this is Ella Bridge site right here. So when we complete that, it will open up this part of the track up to Walker and Bryson. And this is Bryson. And at the end of Bryson here is not showing anything. But there's a bridge that we're going to have to construct there too. And then it'll open this up that goes, or it's right here. And it'll open this up and it goes to here and climbs up here and then turns and comes around here and makes a U-turn and comes back up here to Hemingway. That is a 1.9% grade. I don't know. The track is not there probably. Let's go Control T and jump to it. See. So the track is not there yet. There's the bed for it though. That's the road bed for the track. Well, that's a road, but let's see if it'll tell me. It just says terrain. It's not going to tell me the incline. Trying to find. I need to go this way. Because there's Hemingway. Hemingway's in front of me. So Hemingway Station is right here somewhere. I haven't built it yet because they haven't built a track. But if we go this way, Alarka Junction, part of that track is built. But look at this hill. This is the hill you're climbing, guys, right here. So it's going to come into, it's going to cut around into this. Oh no, that's Robinson Gap. But just to show you, this is the coal company up here, Robinson Gap, Robinson Coal Company. Just to show you, so let me go shift and question mark and look at that 1.5% grade. And this actually goes up this way. It's uphill this way. This way is downhill. And this is where you'll bring you'll bring empty coal cars up here, guys. You'll bring empty coal cars up here and you will spot them on these two tracks, and then they will fill them up with coal and they will move them. I don't know how. I don't see us. They don't have no switcher or anything up here, but they'll move them to this track here, or this track if this track is full. But they'll move them to these tracks, and this is where you pick them up full and take them back down the mountain. But let's see if I can show something else. So this is all that. Once you get that Ella, you have to get the Ella done, and then you're going to do the Bryson construction build. There's a bridge there. It's got to be built, and then it'll build that bridge, and it'll build all this track to Hemingway up to Alarka Junction here. Or up to Alarka Junction here, and then to here up to Robinson Gap. And then there's another construction here, Alarka Junction site, where you'll build track to tie in with the track here going to Cochrane and Larka. Brooks is done. I think this becomes part of a Larka junction when you do it. And then you have the Fontana Bridge Lake. This is Fontana Lake right here. There's a bridge you have to build across there. Then you'll get access to Almond and Wesser, which Wesser's just a siding track. And then you'll get to, excuse me guys, you'll get to Nantahala. And then you'll have more track construction to do there in Nantahala to get to Topton, Rondo, and Andrews, which is the end of the track on the other way, on the side. So, but what I wanted to show you was, where was it? Somebody told me it was right about mile marker 89. So let's go there. Control T. All right, that was a good shot. We're jumping to mile marker 89. So guys, this I don't know if you can see, that is uphill. And we're going to take a look at the 4.7, 4.5, 4.7, 4.5. So I think it's further this way. Somebody said it was around mile marker 89. I can't see what that mile marker is. That's 89. So this one is 4.5. 4.0. Oh, this has got to be astronomical. What is this one? 0.6. That can't be just 0.6. You gotta be kidding me. 0 degrees. That ain't right, that's for sure. 3.7. 3.2. 4.1. 4.1. 2.8. 4.1. I wonder where this goes. Where's the map showing? It's going something up in there, but anyway, you guys get it. The idea. It gets really. They call this the oh shoot. Let's go look at the milestones. It'll tell me the milestones. The red marble grade is to Andrews is what that's called, and it is intensely steep. So you need a hefty engine to get up and down that. So let's go to follow, get back to our engine, see where he's at. Okay, so he stopped at the fusee right there. He is still on the track. So what I'm going to do, because he's still on that track, I didn't know, I can't do that. Alright, so what we're going to do is, oh, I messed that up. So we need to back up some. Well, we need to go to orders and go to manual. And then we need to back this up. And are we still, what's wrong with the mogul? Let's go check on the mogul. She is in LN. I forgot to do the switch thing. I believe I did. So passengers to Whittier. Alright, we're going to let them load. It's got 43 passengers. I just need to click this. Actually, I don't need to do that. I just need to go this. So are we in manual? We are in manual. And I want to go back. I want to back up. Just a little bit. To get these back on the track here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this there and I'm going to run around here and pick this train up. So 5 miles an hour ought to be enough. I just need to get it back here on this track. Yeah. You get it just past this switch right here. So we're going to start braking a little bit. And we're going to unhook this passenger train right there. And then we're going to pull him up onto that track. Full throttle. And stop. Trying to get rid of that fuse. And we're going to unhook right there. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the. And we'll shift click and unhook that. And we'll do that. And still pull forward. And I'll show you a trick, guys, here in a minute. This video is definitely going to be about an hour, maybe longer. I was trying to do 30-minute videos, but I went a little long on this one. Sorry about that, guys. But we're going to run cut that off a little bit. Start slowing down. Get hooked up here, guys. Nice gentle bump. Click. The gentle bump because I left it red. Now we're going to take this guy and we are going to road forward at 15 for right now because he's still in the yard. Guys, he will go to the end of this and he will stop because there is a switch set against him. And I was going to show you that. And then I'm going to bring back the mogul. It's full of passengers. So I'm going to click it and send it reversed. And I leave the few Z's on this side and on that side so we can just keep running back and forth, back and forth. And I'll keep using this car with the other car for the time being, until, you know, tonight, like I say, end of the night when I get ready to switch over to the next day. Then I will, then we can actually put this in the thing and sell it. And the way you do that, guys, is you want to sell one of your cars. You click on the car, you go to operations, or not operations, I'm sorry, equipment, okay? And this is repair destination. So if you want to put it, like right now, all I have for repair is the East Whittier repair track. If you want to put it in there, you click on that and it will put it in the repair track, and then you put it in the building and they will repair it as long as you have a person in there to work. So we're going to do sell destination, and that'll be East Whittier interchange. So you just click on that and then you put it in the interchange and it will give me $3,338 for this car. So I can sell it for $3,338, and then, like I said, with that, and if we make any money tonight, we may be able to buy another observation car. Buy that observation car. I would like to put that observation car in mine right away. Start getting that 20%. And then eventually we'll buy another 84 passenger car, and we'll just keep adding 84 passenger cars to the list until, as long as we need to. I know in, like I said, in my live streams, guys, I'm on day 20. I think I have 3 84 passenger cars and a observation car, or is it 2? It might just be 280, but anyway, and I think it's 2 and an observation car, and I still don't have enough room. I still can't carry all the passengers that need to be carried. Some stations there's 200 or 300 passengers waiting, and so it gets I want to have enough cars where I don't leave any passengers behind. That's my goal. Because when you start carrying them long distances, especially if you have that observation car at the end of your train, when you start carrying them long distances, they will have, you get $2, $3, $4 a person. Check where we're at on the map. I think we just got done 30 mile an hour curve. We're coming up on him. He's sitting there waiting. Like I said, he's against, the switch is against him. See, that switch is thrown to go straight, so he can't go through there. He won't go through there. Now, if I was manually doing this, he would drive right through that switch and spring it open, or spring it to the reverse side, but he can't because I want to pick you. I'm going to go here because I'm going to stop this guy before he backs all the way up. I'm going to go yard, stop. And this one I'm just going to click it. And now he will roll on. Now that the switch is set correctly, he's going to take off. And this guy, I'm going to bring back up this way and put him back on that track so he can go get that other passenger car. So we're going to do this and this and go select because I want to control him. I'm going to go manual, and we need to take the brakes off, and we need to go forward, and we're going to creep forward a little bit. Just start creeping. Leave there for creeping, all right. About 5 mile an hour ought to be good. As soon as this guy gets past the end of this, I'll switch it back to normal. That's what's going on. I did that in my other game, guys. I was double switching. I would click a switch and then back the train up and pull it forward and be like, I know I've turned that switch. What's it doing off on that track? I just double click that switch. All right. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to throw this switch back the other way. Make sure it stays back that way. I'm going to take the brake off and put this in reverse. And when that other guy gets there, he's going to... Where are we at, guys? Are we in an hour yet? We're a little over an hour, so we're going to call this, guys. I'm going to back this guy up there. He's going to hook up to that other to the other train, other passenger car, and then I'm going to start hauling 2 passenger cars back and forth so I can make sure I take all the passengers, and then we'll sell it, and at the end of the night, and we're going to deliver that other stuff to, let's go jump and take Actually, I need to take this guy and I need to put him on road, reverse, 10 mile an hour. Now we can, what are you stopping for? Oh, because you need to do your thing. All right. So then we can go check on the Pacifica. And he's coming and gonna come into Ella, or is he on a 30 mile an hour curve? Oh, he's coming up on that 30 mile an hour curve. But we're going, okay, we'll do it this way. So we're gonna go to here to Ella. Right? And we're gonna bring that train in and I'm gonna run it up this track here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw this switch. I'm gonna take that fusee out. And I'm gonna run him up here. So we're gonna run it up here. And then we'll take the two that come off there, go to Ella Farm, which is this track over here. So we'll run around it, we'll grab them two, we'll back up in here, run it up in there, back up again, come back around, and then we'll grab this train from this end and push it. So we're going to push it from here on, because we're going to push it to the Ella Bridge site, which is right around the corner here. Whoa, come back up. This is the Ella Bridge site. So, back up. Quit doing that. So this is where they're building the bridge. See, so we don't have tracks on it. The bridge is built. I don't know if they build a new bridge, tear that one down, build a new one, but the track is not built. You know, I think they build this new, they tear this down and build it new. There's a tree in the way. So yeah, they gotta build this, redo this bridge. So all that stuff needs to come right there. So we're just gonna push it right there. So, and it's, like I said, it's not very far from Ella. But it's got to be pushed in. So that's why we need to bring the train over on this side of the track. And we need to run around it and then push it into Ella. So, with that said, guys, now that you know what I'll be doing to finish this episode up, I'll do that off camera because we're already over an hour into this thing, guys. So, with that, guys, as usual, with all my videos, I end it with to take care of each other, love each other, God bless, and we'll see you next time, guys.